Hello, hello, hello. This is Cooper with FedRetirementPlanning.com, and today I'm going to talk about how to maximize your 2017 TSP contributions. Okay, let's cut to the chase. You know as well as I do that you want to make the most out of all the money you're contributing to your TSP. You're not just putting money into the TSP so that it doesn't earn a rate of return or so that you don't earn any match or anything like that. So today I'm going to tell you how you can maximize your contributions for this year, specifically for 2017, and some things that you may not have thought about in previous years and some things that maybe will just be reminders for you for this year. So let's first talk about contribution limits. Contribution limits is basically the limit that TSP puts upon you, or the IRS puts upon you, for the amount that you can contribute to your thrift savings plan. Now, the contribution limits that you have for your thrift savings plan are different than what you have for, say, an IRA or something like that. In fact, the amount that you can put into your TSP is actually quite a bit more than you could put into an IRA. So for the TSP, the contribution limit is the exact same as what it was in 2016. Okay, and actually it's the same that it was in 2015 as well, and that amount is $18,000. So you can contribute $18,000 to either the TSP Roth or the traditional TSP, but you can split it up however you want. For example, you could contribute $9,000 to the TSP traditional side and then $9,000 to the Roth side. Okay, you decide how it's split up. It's not something that, it's $18,000 for one and $18,000 for the other. It's just $18,000 overall. In addition to that, they have what's called Ketchup Provisions. And the Ketchup Provision is for those TSP investors, those federal employees that are age 50 and over, and the idea is it allows those people who, didn't necessarily take advantage of planning early on or contributing early on, it allows them to catch up by throwing in more money into their TSP, and that amount is the exact same as it was for the previous 2 years, and that is $6,000. So if you're 50 and under, you can contribute $18,000 to the TSP. You split it up between the Roth and the traditional, however you want. And then if you're 50 and over, you can contribute $24,000. And once again, the same thing applies with the Ketchup Provision. You can split it up within the TSP Roth and the traditional, however you'd like. One thing to be aware of is the amount that you contribute isn't necessarily all that's going to be contributed to your TSP. As I've talked about many times, and this is what I call the biggest federal employee retirement mistake, and that is not contributing the 5% to your TSP to receive the 5% match. And so people often get confused on this. Okay, just to set the record straight, the contribution that the TSP board or OPM will make to your TSP is 5%. It's a 5% match, okay? You put in 5%, it comes back to you as 5%. Granted, it is a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the simplified version. What you have is you have a 1% automatic agency contribution, whether you contribute or not. And then once you contribute up to the 5%, they'll throw in 4% more and match you on it, okay? So to clear the confusion, you put in 5%, you're gonna receive 5%. Take advantage of it. I'm telling you, it's one of the best benefits you have out of all of your benefit system. Okay, let's say that you've decided you're gonna contribute $18,000 to your TSP. You're gonna contribute the max because you want to prepare best for your retirement, you believe it's a great way to do it, and you wanna be a TSP millionaire someday. Yes, there are TSP millionaires out there. I've met a few. Okay, so I'm gonna get my handy dandy calculator here and show you why you should not contribute $18,000 in the beginning of the year. Okay, what I mean by that is you shouldn't just front load the amount that you put in. Some people will decide, okay, I'm gonna contribute this amount, and because I'm gonna contribute this amount, I'm just gonna put it all in at the beginning. That way I don't have to worry about it the rest of the year. Now there's a reason that it's not a good idea outside of dollar cost averaging and things like that, which I'll explain in other videos and I probably have in the past. But I'm going to show you here on the calculator why you should not do that. First off, you have a 1% automatic match, as I've said. Okay, you get that automatically whether you contribute or not. That's contributed to the TSP for you. Okay, there's 4% in addition to that that you receive for contributing to the TSP. So let's say that you just decide that you're going to contribute $18,000 over the first 6 months. What that means is over the last 6 months, you're not going to receive that 4% match because you're stopping your contribution because you contributed too much. So how much should you contribute monthly if you want to basically receive the full match and you want to do the max contribution? Well, that amount is 18,000 divided by 26, which is the amount of pay periods that are in a year. Sometimes there's more, but typically it's 26. That comes out to $692.31. Okay, hopefully you can see that there. So you want to contribute about $692 every pay period to reach your max contribution and to receive your max agency match. This is important. Pay attention and do it. A couple things to note. Okay, first off, all of the contributions that you have that go into the TSP, all of the match that you received goes into the traditional side. Okay, so let's say you decide that you're gonna, contribute the 18,000 and you want it to all go into the Roth. Well, that's fine, but the problem is that all of your agency match is gonna go into the traditional. You can't decide if it goes into the Roth or not. That's not something they've said will come out yet, and I don't know if it ever will. But for now, okay, if you contribute to the Roth, your match will automatically go to the traditional side. If you contribute to the traditional side, it will still automatically go to the traditional side. Finally, this is something to be aware of. Just a quick fun fact for you, a quick tip for you. If you are over 50 years old and you want to contribute the Ketchup Provision, so you want to contribute over the 18,000, you can contribute up to 6,000 more, which is 24,000 in total. You need to make sure that you make that decision each and every year. Okay, that's not something that you choose in the first year and it's automatically chosen for the rest of your life. It's something where you choose, okay, I'm going to contribute 18,000, and you also want to take advantage of the additional contribution limit. Okay, so that Ketchup Provision, you have to request that be done each and every year. Okay, so don't make the mistake where you did it in 2016 and you just figure 2017 will be the same. No, you have to make that decision this year and then every year thereafter. So pay attention to that. Well, I hope this has been helpful. I've been Cooper. You've been great. Thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out the site yet, fedretirementplanning.com. Sign up for the federal newsletter. Sign up for the community. Get help. If you haven't heard yet, actually, fedretirementplanning.com was recently voted as in the top 100 retirement websites by feedspot.com. They rank, different websites based on quality of content as well as the rank of amount of viewers and things like that. So thank you guys for sharing the content. I hope you continue to do so. I hope you continue to get help from this, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks.